Hello, everyone.
Hi guys, happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday. Happy Monday evening. Hope you've had a good start to your week and we hope you had a great weekend. And welcome to tonight's webinar for level 4 to 5. Now, before we start, we should introduce ourselves because we realize you guys watching are all over Italy. And maybe also we have some students watching in France and in Spain. So obviously our regular students know who we are, but maybe you don't. So I can start. I'm Danielle, and I'm Australian, and I've been living in Italy and teaching at Maes Meravigli, which is in Milan, for about 18 months. Okay.
Yes, and I'm Thiago. I work with Danielle, so I also live here in Milan at the Meravigli School. I've been there a bit longer. I joined in 2016, so it's been a few years for me. What else? I am from Brazil originally, but I've also spent quite some time in California growing up. And that's it.
Yeah. Great. So, guys, we want to make this as interactive as possible. So, please answer the questions by typing in on the chat, and we can share your responses with the other students that are watching. And also ask us questions. Okay. If you don't understand something, or if you want us to clarify something, let us know. Send us a message. We're here to help you. So, make use of us.
Exactly. And we have a few people already saying hello. We got Massimo. Welcome, Massimo. Anyone else? Yeah, guys, joining. If you have a Google account, you can let us know, your name, tell us where you come from. It's always great to know where you guys are writing to us from.
Exactly. Okay, so the topic of today's webinar is something that's sort of relevant to all of us at the moment. We're talking about being at home. And obviously, all of us in Italy and in France and Spain should be at home at the moment for this quite unusual period. So we thought it might be useful to talk about some vocabulary and some verbs about being at home. Okay, so let's get started. So here is sort of the list of things we're going to talk about. So the first is housework vocabulary. And then we talk about these different verbs, so do, make, and take, and how we use these verbs when talking about the housework. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do a little bit on adverbs. So to start with though, what does housework mean?
Yeah, it's a good one because I'm sure you guys, maybe ever since you were little when you're studying English, you probably learned the word homework, to do homework. So, of course, home and house are synonyms, but in this case, to do homework or do housework, they're two very different things. So in fact, if you look at the picture and the photo there, that's an example of housework.
Yeah.
So basically, the homework are things that you do for school, right? So maybe you have to write a text, you have to do some exercises, and then housework is more the idea of cleaning, tidying up, cooking, etc.
Yeah. So it's the tasks you have to do at home, okay, in your house. It's usually something people don't want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually, maybe some people like doing these things, but most people they don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let us know a list of things, of some examples that you can think of housework. What are some of the things that you maybe like to do, you don't like to do? Just give us a list of things. For example, Danielle, so I know, as you said, most people don't love housework, but is there one thing in particular that you enjoy, that you like?
One thing in particular. I don't know about things I like, but there's definitely one that I hate. There is one thing I hate, and that is ironing.
Ironing, yeah. I think
Okay.
that's the one, the most hated one. Me too.
So ironing is, I don't like it, and I don't do it very often, only when I need to. I've got a few other people coming in, which is great. Pascal, yeah.
Good work there, Pascal. Yeah, so the father and his daughter are cleaning the table. Very nice. If I would just correct the spelling of cleaning, but really, really good. They are cleaning the table. And also really good use of the present continuous, because you're like in this moment, in the moment of the photo, they are cleaning the table. Great.
Yeah. Well done.
Great job.
So for me, ironing.
Ironing.
I don't like to iron. Okay. Does everyone know what ironing is?
Oh, Pasquale, do not be sorry at all. That's exactly what we're here for. And English spelling in particular is very difficult, very irregular. And so that's exactly why you guys should always participate, always write, then we can correct you. In fact, I want to say really good job with the spelling of daughter, because daughter is a difficult one.
Yep. So yes, to iron, I don't like to iron. And that's when you have the very heavy equipment and you press on the clothes to make them nice and smooth. Yeah? I don't like to iron. I do like to vacuum. Okay. Now, to vacuum, you can say vacuum or you can say hoover. And it's when you have a machine that you hold with your hand and you push on the ground and it sucks up all the dirt. Okay. So I say vacuum because I believe that is British English. Tiago, what do you say?
I would have to say vacuum as well, because I know Hoover is another possibility. Yeah. I believe it's the brand originally. Yeah. That's where it comes from. But I've always said vacuum as well.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, to vacuum when it goes and it sucks everything up. I find that really satisfying.
Yeah, I think for me, I like anything that gives you immediate, visible results. Those, they give me satisfaction. So, for example, tidying up. So if the room is a little messy, the objects are not in the right place, or with dishes, like Massimo said, washing dishes. See, I actually like that because I feel like in a very short time, I can see a big difference. Cleaning, for example, like the floors or maybe dusting, I don't see such a difference. And so those are the ones that I don't love.
Yeah, okay, that's understandable. So Massimo, yes, you don't like washing dishes. I don't like washing dishes, but some people have a dishwasher. Do you guys know what a dishwasher is? I don't have one in my apartment, unfortunately, so I have to wash dishes. But a dishwasher is the machine, okay? It's the machine where you put everything in, you close the door, and it cleans everything for you. Do you have a dishwasher, Tiago?
I do not have a dishwasher.
Okay. I thought I was one of the only ones.
No, I've never had a dishwasher in Italy. Maybe it's because I have always rented a house. And so I just never had it, really. In the beginning, it was a bit difficult because I didn't have a good system. So I was very inefficient and it was very slow. But now, I've really gotten used to it, that even, when I go home now to my parents' house, sometimes I just prefer to do things by hand. It can be faster if you don't have a lot of things, I feel like, even. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Guys, keep sending us any examples you have of housework, any examples you know, and in particular things you like and things you don't like. Okay, but we'll go on to the next slide. Okay, Thiago, do you want to read this one?
Yeah, absolutely. So here, guys, we have some expressions, some common housework activities that we can use with 3 verbs that may be a little confusing to you. We have do, make, and take. So before we talked about to iron as a verb, which you can use. You can say to iron, but we can also use it with another verb. Okay? So I'm going to read the activities just so you can focus on the pronunciation. And if you can, try to repeat. I'll make sure to go slowly so you can try to repeat after me. But let us know which word goes with which verb. All right? So we have the ironing, the washing, a cake, dinner, a shower, homework, a sandwich, a nap, a break, the cleaning, a coffee, and a bath.
So there's lots of different types of nouns in that list. Maybe we should explain some of them. How about, does everyone know what this is? A nap.
A nap, another word we can use that comes from Spanish, can be, well, it's more for like after lunch specifically, but you can say a siesta. I think that's pretty universal.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
nap.
So, yeah, a little sleep, a little sleep in the daytime. And also a break. Okay, a break is sort of when you pause during your day and you don't do anything and you relax. Okay, so that's a break. Okay, we've got some people coming in with some ideas.
Yeah,
well done, guys. Keep them coming in. I think this is quite difficult.
It really
so
is.
I'm very impressed with what you guys are writing. This is great.
So here we can go in order perhaps as they come in. So we have 2 possibilities for ironing. So Fiorella is saying to do the ironing. Pasquale is suggesting maybe to take ironing. So this one is actually to do.
Yeah, so you do the ironing.
Exactly. To help you maybe remember, because some of these are very irregular and they don't really follow any particular logic. But for these activities, usually think of it like this. Do is like an action. So you just do. Make is the idea of creating something. And take, in this case, is the idea of relaxing. Okay, so try to maybe think of it like that. It can help you at least make a decision, especially for words that you know, activities you've never heard about or you don't know. So ironing is an action, so we're going to use do.
So what is washing? So ironing, think about washing. Washing is, I think this means for your clothing. Okay? Okay, so your clothes are dirty. You need to wash them in the machine. What do you think So we do the ironing. Yeah, well done.
Exactly, because again, it's an action you do.
Yep, it's an activity.
I personally, I tend to say more to do laundry. Laundry are your dirty clothes. So I tend to say more to do the laundry than to do washing.
Okay, what about the next one? I think a few of you have this one, a cake. Yeah.
It's the idea of creation. Create a cake. Nice.
Okay, and so dinner, again, is it an activity? Is it Something you create, or is it a way to relax? Okay, but a couple of people saying do dinner. Okay, is dinner an activity? Is it an action? What do you think? I might tell you so we can move on. It's so dinner in this situation, it's like cake. You make dinner. Okay? To make a dinner or to cook dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're creating something, right? Something new.
Exactly. You're taking different ingredients, you're following steps. So yes, that's why it's make dinner.
Okay, next one, a shower. I think someone has said this. Pascal. Yeah, well done.
Exactly.
Okay.
You relax. You take a shower.
Yeah. Okay, homework. So what is this? Is homework an activity, something you create, or a way to relax? It's not usually a way to relax. Yeah, well done. Excellent. Okay, now we have a sandwich. So again, so this is a type of food. Where are the other types of foods? Yep, excellent. Make a sandwich.
Yeah. Here, Pasquale, he's using the word to take a sandwich. Now, you could use the word take with a sandwich, but that's the idea of maybe bringing a sandwich with you. For example, I take a sandwich to work every day. As in every day, I make a sandwich at home, I put it in my bag, and I take it to work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you could use take, but then it's a little bit of a different meaning. In that case, it wouldn't really be maybe housework, but just something that you bring with you.
Okay, so the next one, a nap. Remember what a nap is, like a siesta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. It's a way to relax. Okay, and a break. Does anyone have this? To remember what we said, a break when you pause during the day. So is it an activity, something you create, or a way to relax? Give it to you. So it's a way to relax. So you take a break, right? Maybe at lunchtime, you take a break so you can eat your lunch. All right, the cleaning. So this means just in general, all right? So if you, when we talk about the cleaning, we mean lots of different ways to clean the house. So, yeah, Fiorella's got it. Excellent. Yeah. Do the cleaning. A coffee. Now, this might be a bit confusing because maybe some people, it could be, for Italians, they might think it's one rather than the other. We're talking about a coffee. Okay, so Fiorella says take a coffee. Anyone else? Okay. Yeah. Pascal, yeah. Okay, so you make a coffee. So something important to remember. So this is talking about to preparing the coffee. Now I know in Italian, you use the verb take. You take a coffee, meaning you drink a coffee. We don't use that. So you don't take a coffee when you drink it. You drink a coffee, all right? Or you have a coffee, but we don't use take. Okay, and what about the last one? A bath. All right, a bath at the end of the day. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, exactly. To take, relaxing.
Yep.
Again.
Well done, guys.
Very nice, guys. Perfect.
And here is what Thiago said before. So you do, it's for an activity. So the ironing, the washing, homework, cleaning, they're actions, right? They're an activity. You have to do them. Make is for creation.
Yeah. So I would say in English, it's very difficult, Fiorella, to say the word always because we have so many exceptions. But most of the times, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can even, for example, you make your bed, right? You prepare, you make it nice. So yeah, a lot of the times it can mean to prepare. And just one more thing before we continue. So as we said before, so some of these words there, we can use with the verbs do, make, or take. But there are 4 of them on this list that you can also use as a verb, just so you know. All right. And these are the ones that you can use as a verb. You can use to iron, to wash, to shower, and to nap. Okay. So you can say to take a nap or to nap. Take a shower or shower. All right. So you do have this flexibility.
There's one more thing I should say is, so using take here, so take a shower, take a nap, this is quite American English. You can also use have. So British English, you say have. So I have a shower, I have a break, I have a bath, I have a nap. So here, next to take, you can write have as well. All right, take or have, they're both correct. So you have an option. Okay. All right, guys, let's go on. All right, this is something slightly different. I'm not going to think about housework for a little bit. Here we have the phrases for like and dislike. All right. So I hate, I don't like, I quite like, I really like, I love. Right? These are obviously in stages between sort of from the bottom. Okay, something very pleasant, something you really enjoy. Going up, something that you really, really don't enjoy. Now, can you think of any other ways to say these phrases? Okay. Any other words you can use to describe them? Okay. Maybe around here or here or here. It's on a scale. Is there any other expressions you can think of?
Yeah, so Fiorella is asking us, what does I quite like? So yeah, this Fiorella, it's in order. Okay, so if you go from I love as being the biggest one, so see, I quite like is a little bit less than I like. Okay, you don't dislike, but I quite like. It's not a lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, think about it as a scale, right? A scale. This might be a bit difficult. There are some, these are the main phrases you use, but there's also, I can't stand, all right? So I can't stand is sort of here, all right? So it's about the same as I don't like. It's another way to say I don't like, all right? Another one, it's okay. Sort of between here, in between I quite like and I like, it's okay. And then I don't mind. I'd say I don't mind is further up. Maybe about here. Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind is sort of the same as it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now.
Sandra gave us a good example here. Says, I hate skiing. Very nice, Sandra. And really good job using ing. All right. Because with all of these verbs, we can, if we're using a verb, we need to use ing. Or you can also use a noun directly. Okay, so for example, let me just put this up. So I like, for instance, you can say, I like pizza. Pizza is something, right? I like Milan. I like Paris. Or you can also use the verb. So see, I like pizza, or I love eating pizza. So very nicely done there, Sandra.
Yeah, well done, Sandra. So, and that is exactly what this next point is. After any of these phrases, you need to have a noun, like pizza, or a verb with ing. So like Thiago said, I don't mind pizza, or I don't mind eating pizza. Okay, needs to be one of those two. And here we got some examples. Okay, Thiago, do you like making dinner?
Yes, I actually really like making dinner. I don't like washing the dishes after. So it's actually a very good thing, because if I make dinner, I don't have to wash dishes. So it works out really well for me.
Yeah. Do you like doing the ironing?
No, I hate doing the ironing. I agree with that example.
Yeah, I agree as well. Okay, guys, tell us, give us some examples of housework, things you hate, things you love, things you quite like. All right, send us in a sentence or two, and we can share it with everyone. Maybe if I give another one. So I don't mind doing. Actually, no, I don't mind vacuuming. Okay, I don't mind vacuuming, and I like doing the washing. Okay, so washing the clothes, I find it quite satisfying, and it means I have clean clothes to wear. But I hate ironing, right? Or I hate doing the ironing.
Yeah, me, I don't mind doing the washing, but I don't like hanging my clothes after, because I don't have a dryer, so I need to manually hang every piece of clothing. I don't like that.
Massimo, you've got a...
Good. I love listening to rock music when I do housework. Yeah, I always listen to music as well. Great. You would say listen to music.
Yep, I do the same. Okay, Fiorella, that's a good example.
Great. Very nice. And you use a combination of the noun, summer, and the verb, eating ice cream. Fantastic.
Yeah, well done. Okay, guys, keep sending them in. We might go to the next slide, but we'll go back to your answers when we see them. Okay. So now, Thiago and I can ask each other what housework we do at home. So what housework he does and what housework I do. Because obviously in our homes, if we don't do it, someone else has to do it, okay? Someone has to. And here are some of the options, okay? Some people who might do the housework instead of us. So we've got your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, housemate, children, and cleaner. Now, who is the cleaner? Do you guys know who the cleaner is?
Yeah, think of the verb to clean, and then is the person. So
yeah. Do you have a cleaner, Thiago?
I do not. No.
Neither do I.
Really?
Have you ever had a cleaner?
Not really, no. No, because all my apartments have been quite small and easy to clean.
Yeah.
That I've never really needed a cleaner. But I know some people who they have a cleaner maybe come in once a week to, especially do like things that are maybe like the windows or the floors or something like that. So, but I never had one. And what about you?
I had one once when I lived in New York. I lived in a share house, and they already had a cleaner when I moved in. So it was fine. But that was the only time. Otherwise, no, I've never had a cleaner. So guys, a cleaner is someone you pay and they come and clean your house. All right. It's a type of job. It's their occupation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And your housemate. Okay.
Yeah, in your housemates, we can think of a classmate, for example. So it's just someone who they do something with you. So for example, a classmate is a person who is in your class. So if I mean now we only have virtual classmates, but when you go to school, you usually do these activities with your classmate in pairs. And so a housemate, someone who lives with you. It's usually, of course, a friend. You know, if you live with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband or wife, in that case, we don't usually say a housemate. It's more of a like a friendship or an acquaintance situation.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we've got some answers that have come in from the previous slide. Maybe we should look at them. So Massimo's got a good one. My wife makes dinner, but I do the ironing. That's a good swap, a good exchange. Yeah. So we say, but that you don't need a. So my wife makes dinner. Okay. Without the a. Well done. And then we've got, see, Carmela. Yeah, I like cleaning. So cleaning the house. Right? Like Thiago said before, it's cleaning is spelled a little differently because it's
like cleaner.
Okay, cleaning. Exactly. Very good. And yeah, Sandra, the cleaner is the woman that cleans the house. Very good. Well done. Okay, so Thiago, do you make dinner at home?
Yes, I do. I usually I make dinner at home. Of course, during the quarantine, I always make dinner at home. Pretty much. Actually, yes. I never once ordered on like online. I've always made dinner at home these last 6 weeks now.
Yes, I'm the same. I haven't ordered anything online.
Yeah.
I don't like takeaway. I like to eat at restaurants.
You don't like it?
I don't know. I like to eat at restaurants, but if I'm at home, I prefer to cook something.
To cook.
Okay. Do you do the washing?
I rarely do the washing. I have a very good housemate. My housemate, he does the washing because he doesn't mind. It's for him, it's okay. Whereas I don't like it very much, and so he just does it. He just like it's a very nice thing. I usually do the cleaning or I do some of the cleaning and most of the cooking, and he does the washing.
Okay, so your housemate does the washing. Okay.
Yes. Fiorella, good adverb of frequency there as well. I often make lunch and my sister usually makes dinner when we are at home. Wow, Fiorella, fantastic accuracy.
Yeah.
Adverbs of frequency, makes, so the third person S there, at home, really, really nice.
Excellent. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so in my apartment, I usually clean. I do the cleaning, and my husband usually cooks dinner.
Great.
Okay, he usually cooks. Okay, guys, let's. Okay, Thiago, do you want to read this?
Of course, yes. And so we talked a little bit about the adverbs of frequency, like Fiorella said, often, usually, but we also have adverbs for sequencing activities. And so if you're giving kind of the order in which they happen, we can use these adverbs we see here. So we have, of course, first, second, next, then, and finally. So these are really good to express the order that you do them. So then on the side here, we have some directions relating to making tea. So if you want to make tea, what is the order that you must follow? So let us know. I guess I'll read just for pronunciation, and you guys tell us what's first, second, next, then. So we have put the tea bag in the cup, add milk before the sugar, boil some water, pour the water into the cup, and add a biscuit and enjoy.
Okay, so this is obviously to make a cup of tea, right? A cup of tea. What do we do first? What do you think we do first? Do you drink tea, Thiago?
Not a lot, to be honest. I tend to drink tea mostly when I'm feeling sick, but I didn't grow up with tea, so it's not something that I love. I can enjoy a cup of tea, but I don't love it. Okay. What about you?
In the past, I didn't drink much tea, but now because I'm at home all the time, I do drink more tea.
It is comforting, right, to have like a cup of tea. Yeah, it's definitely a nice thing to do.
Okay, we've got some people.
So we have, so maybe boil some water. Yeah, so Marcel, before we put the water in the cup, we need to make the water hot, right? So perhaps before we pour the water, I agree here with Pasquale.
Yeah.
First, maybe boil water. Now, I don't know if you put so first you boil some water. I guess another possibility is to put the tea bag in the cup.
Yeah, it's an option, I think. Yeah. Okay, what happens next then? Yeah, I agree. Excellent. Next, once the water has boiled, pour the water in, so that's to pour into the cup. Then, Francesco, well done.
Very nice.
Yeah, and you add milk before the sugar. If you have milk and sugar, some people don't. And then finally, importantly, add a biscuit and enjoy. I love biscuits. Yeah, that's the best thing about it.
Yeah, dipping. For me, I guess I would usually put the sugar before adding milk. That's what I do with my coffee when I have sugar, because I think it melts better when it's still hot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So first I would put the sugar and then the milk. But hey, I don't know tea etiquette, so
it's maybe. I think it's a personal thing as well, right? Okay, all right, well done, guys. Hopefully maybe you learned some new vocabulary there as well. All right, so to pour, so you pour liquid like this. Okay, so here we have some of the adverbs of sequencing, like on the previous slide. So now we're supposed to use these to describe your day, okay? Now, here are some ideas of things you might do during your day. So maybe you iron, you might do the cleaning, maybe you make dinner, maybe what's this here? Does anyone know what this is? How do we describe this activity? I hope you can see the picture. This is a car. So we just call it if you wash the car, all right? Just like you wash yourself. Yeah. So if your car's dirty, you need to wash the car. Now, using these, if you can write to us your day, a typical day, and the different types of activities and chores that you do at home, all right? Putting them in order. And Thiago and I can do it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thiago, do you want to go first or shall I?
Absolutely. Yeah, I can go first. So I will describe my routine during a typical weekday of the lockdown. So I'm always at home. So first, I sleep in. So because I teach in the evening, and so I sleep in. So to sleep in is when you sleep until late. So I usually wake up at 11 or so. So first, I sleep in. Second, I prepare breakfast. Next, I take a shower. Then I prepare my lessons. And finally, I have lunch and teach my lessons.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So my day, first I get dressed. Okay. I change my clothes. Second, I have breakfast. Next, I wash the dishes. Okay, I wash the dishes from the night before. Then I make lunch, and finally I teach because, like Thiago, I teach in the evenings. Okay.
Great.
Okay, if you have one, guys, an example, send them in to us. I might skip this slide. Okay, this is a nice little recap, guys. So we've got about 8 minutes left, so I think it's a good time to sort of do some more practice of these 3 verbs.
Mm-hmm.
So can you think of 3 activities you use with the verb do, 3 with the verb make, and 3 with the verb take? So remember what they are. Right? So do is for an action. Make is for something you create. And take is to relax. So these last 2 are usually more enjoyable. Okay? If you do something, often it's something you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But make or take is usually for something a bit more enjoyable. Okay. Maybe we can give some examples. But maybe another. Mm-hmm.
We have one with do, Fiorella's giving us. So do the ironing, do the washing, do the cleaning.
Very good. Yeah. Make a cake.
Maybe to say make dinner in this case without the a, and make a coffee. I guess Pasquale is also giving us do ironing, you do homework, you do the washing, you take a shower, take a nap, take a bath. Fantastic.
Excellent. Very good.
Francesco has given us a bit of his routine. So he says, first I wake up. Second, I wash my teeth. Next, I have breakfast with my girlfriend. Then I make some English exercise. And finally, I watch television and relax. Very nice examples, Francesco.
Yeah,
very,
excellent.
very good. The only one I would say, instead of I make English exercise, I do some English exercise because it's similar to do homework. It's more of an obligation, more of an activity, an action. So I do. Really nice.
There's one other little thing, Francesco, that might be useful for everyone. This activity, we call it brushing your teeth. Okay? It might be a new one for you guys. So when you do this every morning and every evening, and maybe in the middle of the day, some people do it after lunch, it's to brush your teeth. Okay? That's the verb that we use. And to brush, that verb is also the verb we use for your hair. Okay? So you brush your hair and you brush your teeth. Okay? Well done. Okay, Thiago, maybe we should give some more examples for different activities with these So I thought for do, another example is you do the gardening. All right. The gardening is, guys, is when you have some space outdoors, okay? Maybe a garden or some lawn or a courtyard, and you take care of the plants, okay? So you do gardening.
Exactly. Another one, I guess you could say here, we talked about wash before, we can also say to do the dishes. It's another possibility. So after you cook, we can say wash dishes or do the dishes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we've got so Pascal, brush my teeth. So it's more, you just say brush. That is just the verb, okay? I brush my teeth. You don't need to use do, make, or take, okay? For this one, just brush.
Yeah, if you have a verb, but then you don't use do, make, or take. Those are used when I don't have. So for example, the ironing, we use that as a noun, and that's why we say do the ironing. But if I use, for example, the verb to iron, then I don't say to do iron. I just say to iron.
Very good.
Do exercises, yeah. Also, take time. That's, yeah, definitely, Carmela. Yeah, can say in the afternoon, I take time to read, for example. So yeah, you can definitely take time to do, or take your time is something like you can go slowly. If you don't need to do it quickly, say, oh yes, just take your time, go slowly. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So here we've got someone's routine. I make breakfast. I make my bed. I make lunch. I do my homework. I take a bath. This is another sort of, to make your bed. That's another time we use make, because you're not creating something new, but it's a process, okay? You're changing your bed into something else. So it is like a process of creation. Okay, can anyone put this in order for us? All right, using the different adverbs. Yeah. If we have enough time, we've only got a few minutes. If you guys if you can, maybe just type into us what order you would do those in, using some of the adverbs that we spoke about. In the meantime, guys, I'll let you know about our Facebook group called My SOS English. Okay. Now, during the lockdown, while no one can come to the school, we have this group on Facebook, and students can write questions to us, the teachers, and someone will reply, okay, giving you an answer. So if you have a question about English in general, something you've always wanted to know, something you haven't understood, send us a message on this group and someone will reply. Okay?
Exactly.
Okay. Thiago, do you want to put these in order for us with some adverbs?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. So let's see. So I would say that first, I make breakfast. Second, I make my bed. Next, I take a bath. Then I make lunch. And finally, I do my homework.
Great. Okay, guys, well done. Thanks for all of your comments and questions. I thought you did a great job. I thought you were very good for level 4 to 5. It was,
I
was
agree.
Really good.
Really good examples, very nice accuracy. You guys even introduced a lot of words that were extra. So really, really good job.
So well done, guys. The most important thing to remember is what's written at the bottom on the banner. So do for activities, make for creating something, take for relaxing. Okay. See you guys.
All right,
See you
guys.
next time. Have
See
a
you
great
next time.
evening. Bye.
Bye bye.